They didn't just burn their dead, sometimes they killed someone just to burn with them. When you picture a Viking funeral, you probably imagine a body on a burning ship sailing off into the sunset, right? That image? It's only half true, and the real story is way darker. Because Viking funerals weren't just about fire. They were about power, fear, sacrifice, and sometimes straight-up murder. So where did this idea of the flaming longboat even come from? And did Vikings really cremate their dead, or is that just a Hollywood fantasy? First off, yes, Vikings did burn their dead, but not always, and definitely not always on boats. Most Viking burials happened on land. Graves were marked with stones in the shape of ships, but they didn't always use actual ships. In fact, ship burials were super rare, only for the rich, powerful, or legendary. And even then, it wasn't always about honor. Sometimes it was about showing dominance. Now, cremation, yeah, that was real, but it wasn't clean, beautiful, or poetic. It was brutal. Bodies were laid on massive pyres, burned with weapons, jewelry, and sometimes other people. One of the darkest accounts we have comes from a 10th century Arab traveler named Ahmad ibn Fadlan. He saw a Viking funeral with his own eyes. A chieftain had died, and the tribe picked a young slave girl to be sacrificed and burned with him. She was given strong drinks and then held down and stabbed to death. After that, her body went on the pyre with the dead chief. It was all part of a ceremony to send him to the afterlife with company. That's not Norse mythology. That's a real documented event, and that burning ship image we all have. It comes from a mix of Norse sagas, later legends, and pure modern fiction. There were cases of ships being set on fire, but most were stationary, not drifting off into the sea. Because honestly, lighting a ship on water? That's not even practical. You'd have to soak it in oil and pray it stayed lit. But hey, it looked cool in the movies, right? Here's the real twist. For Vikings, death wasn't just about the end of life. It was a stage performance, a final show of strength, wealth, and power. They believed how you died and how you were buried mattered in the afterlife. Burning a body wasn't just about ashes. It was about transformation. Smoke carried your spirit to the gods, and sometimes someone else had to die to guide you there. So did Vikings burn their dead? Yes, but they also buried them, sacrificed people with them, and turned funerals into power plays. The ship on fire thing? It happened, but way less than you think. And behind all the flames and legends, there's a raw, violent truth. The Vikings didn't fear death. They controlled it. If you enjoy our journey, please like and subscribe to our channel. And if you like our content and want to support me, you are welcome to buy me a coffee. The link is in the description box below.